So I am a multimedia content producer. We do everything from video on demand to live events. We produce live events, and we have two auditoriums. So when the CEO wants to do a town hall, we'll put that all together, stream it, record it, upload it, and then we also do video on demand. So clients will come to us, internal clients will come to us and say they need a video on, some new education that has to go out. So we'll produce that, record it, take it back, edit it, get it uploaded to either Teams or Bright Cove, and provide the link to the client for them to send out to their teams.
Excellent. Yeah. So I can imagine, if you thought back to, you've been a Kollective customer since 2019, right? But Children's Mercy since 2018. So it feels like we've been there throughout your entire kind of journey there. I can imagine the types of content requests that you receive now are very different to 2019, right?
Yeah. Well, funny story. So I think you guys came on, it would have been, I think, the end of 2018, possibly beginning of 2019. So we had a rather large event go wrong, and I had approached the AV architect, and I was like, because me and my coworker Darren have a history with Kollective. We used to use Kollective at a different organization that we worked for. So when that event went bad, I went to our AV architect and I was like, we need to get with Kollective and see what they can do for us. And really, like, the stars just kind of aligned because they told us, like, okay, we're going to have to start using Microsoft. It was Microsoft Stream at the time. And so whenever they told us that, they were like, okay, you need to find an ECDN provider. And so they set up meetings, and the person making the decision loved Kollective and made the decision that we went with Kollective. So we've been with you guys, since probably 2019.
Wow. And a lot has changed, worldwide, right? Obviously the big one's COVID. That was that was a time. Actually, there is a story that I'm really keen to hear more about, which one of my colleagues mentioned yesterday. So I understand that there is a very cool connection between Children's Mercy and Ted Lasso. I'd love to just understand what that connection is with Children's Mercy and Ted Lasso.
Oh man, yeah. So Jason Sudeikis, he is one of 6 local celebrities. I say local, they all grew up in the Kansas City area. So the 6 of them, it's Jason Sudeikis, Paul Rudd, Rob Riggle, Heidi Gardner, and David Koechner. I think there's one more. There's 6 of them. But so they have a fundraiser that they do every year called Big Slick. Once a year, they bring a ton of their celebrity friends into Kansas City. On Friday, they come to the hospital and they do a big, what they call friendly feud. It's a family feud style game, and there's a bunch of chaos and shenanigans. And then so we actually get to produce that. So we send it out to our employees. We send it out to community partners, media. So we stream that on Friday, and then on Saturday they go down to the big arena that's in Kansas City, and they do a variety show. There's comedy, there's music.
Awesome.
There's sports. They invite athletes in. Yeah, it's a great time. And Jason Sudeikis is one who heads that up.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. And am I right in thinking that you then stream that internally as well, so the employees get to see that? Is that correct? Yeah.
Yep, that is correct. And then we even have a connection where we send it to the patient rooms too. We have a closed circuit cable network that we can take what we're doing in our auditorium and then send it to the patient TVs, and so they get to watch as well.
Fantastic. Yeah. So you could say that Kollective helps with that, right? Because we're the delivery mechanism underneath there. So that's probably the best use case I've ever heard of Kollective in all my years working here. So yeah, that's amazing. And I guess you can't share any other stories around Jason Sudeikis, but I hear he's a good guy.
They keep it, yeah, they keep it pretty calm for the patients, but they make an announcement saying on Saturday night they have no responsibility of what they do at the T-Mobile Center.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, I haven't watched the new series yet. I'm going out to the US on Saturday. I'm going to Bend, our head office. So I'm hopeful that it's going to be on the flight because yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I hear good things. And what would you say is kind of a typical week for you and your team now? Obviously, 2019 things looked a lot different, but I'd be keen to understand a little bit more about a typical week in the life of you and your team.
Yeah, so we have all kinds of events. We have events that we do weekly, events that we do monthly, events that we do quarterly, events that we do yearly. So, like a typical week for us, Monday, we have an event called Professor Rounds. So, at the hospital, it's a teaching event where residents they put together a case and then they present like the symptoms of the patient and then they open it up to the audience and like all the doctors and residents give their differential which they try to guess what is going on with the patient. And so we do that event. Well, and then there's a whole teaching aspect to it. Like they actually reveal what the diagnosis is and what they did to help the patient. So we do that event on Mondays, every Monday, and then on Thursdays we have an event called Grand Rounds, where typically what it is they bring in a doctor who has done they've done some like they've made some remarkable discovery. It's a high profile doctor, and they come in and they teach our doctors about whatever it is they specialize in. Whenever we get to the monthly thing, we have executive events like it's one of them is called Operations Council, where they gather like directors and above to talk about what's going on in the organization, and we stream that out. The quarterly ones, we have like unit updates where floors will gather and they'll discuss like what's been going on, what kind of things they can do better, that sort of thing. And then we have yearly ones like Big Slick that we do to push out to everybody.
How many events would you say that you're kind of delivering on a yearly basis at this rate? And has it increased drastically since the very beginning?
Yes, absolutely. So I think we peaked around 420 events.
Wow.
A year. I think we did that in 2022. We've kind of normalized now. We're doing about the mid 300s. But before COVID, we were probably doing somewhere between 150 and 190 events a year. So we've well more than doubled it.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, look, it's been great to play a small part in that in that journey for you guys. And I'm actually interested to know, like, why, not necessarily why Kollective, right? People know why we do, what we've always done. But I'd be keen to understand from your perspective, we've worked together for such a long time. What has made that relationship last so long in your eyes?
Reliability. Like, we can always rely on Kollective. If something does happen, in our live events, I can send an email to support and they are on top of it. They get right back to me saying, like, giving me troubleshooting steps. They can look at what's going on their end and say, like, hey, it's not this, look at this. And so then we can go down that, which that's not very often, thankfully, because the technology is so reliable.
Yeah, fantastic. And I know, obviously, from our brief conversations before this, the way we're moving beyond ECDN, from just delivering live events, which is obviously significantly important, to moving beyond and into collaboration experience as a whole, whether it's meetings, devices, networks, the overall collaboration experience. I'd be keen to understand how you're receiving the direction we're going. I'd be really keen to understand if it's something that you guys at Children's Mercy think, yes, this is exactly what we need in modern collaboration, and where you kind of see Kollective helping you in other areas of your work.
It sounds great. I think because whenever there's a problem, we're the first ones to hear about it. Like people are coming to us saying like, "Hey, John can't he can't watch the stream. Like he lost audio, or like the link isn't working for this person." Like everybody comes to us and says like, "What's going on? Like where where are we with this?" And so then we jump into like multitask mode where we're actually trying to run the show and figure out what's going on. So I like the triage envelope, I think will be a great tool to really drill down and figure out what's going on in the moment.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're hearing. We've been spending a lot of time with customers over the past 3 months, and what's great is they instantly recognize, blame ping pong, right? Ticket reassignment. Where's the fault domain? Who should be the owner? And it's great to hear that it's obviously something that's going to potentially help yourselves at Children's Mercy. All right, PJ. Well, I won't take up any more time. I know we've only got a few minutes left anyway, so I'm sure you're busy. Really, really pleased to meet you and have a chat. And hopefully we can do this again, in a year's time or so on.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much, Stewart.